So I'm in the process of landing my first UX design job. I took the Google UX course, and I just want to tell you, the Google UX course is not enough for you to land a job. It may seem like I know you went through a lot of work, but it is not enough. And I'm gonna tell you what I did. Right now, I just thought about it. I should have documented my whole process. I have a couple of videos that I recorded of me having meetings with this startup company. As you can see, or as you hear right then, I'm finna be start working with a startup company. We are in the process of negotiation of revenue, or how much money I be getting paid. And I'm finna go into that story for you real quick. So what I mean by Google UX course is not enough. Google UX course is a foundation. It's a stepping stone for you to get. It's the starting point. It's like your ABCs to learning how to read and write. You got to get the foundation. And that's what the first course is in the Google UX course is foundation of UX design. So I say it's good for that point, but to land a job, you need a ton more work. So what I did was, I'm just gonna take my process. What I did was I completed the Google UX course, um, and then what I did was I started taking challenges. So we have it's a whole lot of challenges at the UX design challenges you could take. They got like 100-day challenges. They have 30-day challenges. They have different challenges you can do to enhance your skill set in UX design. And I want to tell you guys real quick as I'm thinking about it, UX design is just not the UI part of the design. Don't think you can just make an app look good and land a job. One of my issues was with my portfolio, I was not explaining my thought process enough on my design. My design may look good enough for a junior UX design job, or maybe a mid-level job, but I was not explaining my thought process, and that's the whole thing. Recruiters and hiring managers want to see how did you get the design? What was your thought process? How many times did you iterate this design? How many times did you speak with stakeholders, and what was the change? What made you lead to those changes? What was the research about? Show your thought process every step of the way, and that'll help you out. So what I say is do the Google UX course because it's the cheapest one out there that I know of, and they're gonna give you the foundation. Then take that foundation to a challenge. So what I was doing was I was doing it Tony, and I'm sorry if I mentioned your last name, but Murra, Moura. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's spelled last name. But anyway, he works for IBM. He's been in UX design, I think, for over 30 years before he was even called UX design. He's been doing this profession. He started the 30-day UX challenge. I think it's called 30 UX or UX 30, something like that. You can find him on LinkedIn. But I did 3 of those challenges, and what that did was that gave me the professional feedback, not just pure feedback that you get in the Google UX course, which is anybody can just say you did good, but that's not good feedback to me. I need some real critique. I need you to tell me where I went wrong. Like, talk to me. I got good big shoulders, and I can take someone critiquing me hard. So I think that would help me out a lot when Tony critiqued me and tell me challenge. He challenged your thought process. So let's say, for instance, he give you a prompt, you start designing, and you turn in your first week of work, and then he said, "So what was the thought process that led to this? Did you consider this here? Did you consider that there? Did you think about this? Did you talk to this person, or did you just send them an email?" Like those things helps you out along the way. So after I did 2 or 3 of those at first, I think I did 2 first, and then I took a break from his challenges, and I was just looking at all the feedback that he was giving to other participants that was in his challenge and people who was winning. And now I look at their portfolio and look at a lot of their work and see what I can better myself. So I did another challenge and I did successful. I think he said I finished in the top 5 percentile, which is pretty high for people that's going into the challenge. So I just kept perfecting my craft. What I'm trying to say, and what I'm trying to get you to realize that Google UX course is not enough. That certificate is not going to land you a job. You have to increase your skill set and connect with people. Or go on LinkedIn and do these challenges and connect to people that's in these challenges. Connect to the people that's over these challenges, and just do a lot of good networking, and that'll help you out. You can get a mentor from just connecting with people on LinkedIn and through these challenges. So I say do that. As I increase my portfolio, increase my work, increase my activity on LinkedIn, startup company reached out to me. I'm not gonna say their name yet because I don't know when I'm gonna release this video for one, and then again, we're still, like I said, in the negotiation process of how much I'm gonna get paid and equity into the company and all those things. But right now, what I'm doing is, and I don't want you guys. I'm sure you can't see that. Let me just zoom out. But they reached out to me and asked me was I interested. They were looking for a UX designer for the startup company. Long story short, now it's a startup company. They didn't have the capital up front to pay me like a weekly pay, but they offered me equity into the company, and then we could talk. We still talking about it right now. We talking about other ways to get revenue in me. So that's where we at in the process. So I have had 3 to 4 meetings with them. I think it's 3. We had another meeting set for Monday where I'm going to agree or either push back on the offer that they offer me. I'm not going to say how much they offer me just yet. Like I say, I'm going to wait till the whole process is done. Then I'll tell everybody how much they offer me and what was the final results of that. But what I was going to say was, on our first meeting, when we said the first meeting, they gave me the rundown, what they were looking for, their pain points, things like that. I took the initiative, went on here and started getting started on like a little simple wireframe and research and all those things. So our next meeting we had with another CEO of the company, it's two of the CEOs. I'm not sure how you say it, CEO and co-CEO. I'm not sure, but anyway, I met with the other guy. And they just was thrilled and pleased how I already took the initiative and got started, even though they haven't officially hired me for the job. So I'll just say that landed me my first UX design job after taking the Google course. It was not just because I had the Google UX design certificate, it's because I kept on perfecting my craft. And that's what you gotta do. You gotta keep perfecting your craft, keep networking with people, and just keep on keep it on. So do I want to show you guys anything I work on? Let's see what we got here. So right now what I did was this is so that what I'm not gonna come close with the camera with you guys, but you probably can see from back there these sticky notes in Figma. I did a comparative analysis for them already. And it's blurry. Huh? Yeah, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. If I had to chop this up some kind of way, my son just called me. He's behind the camera. We fine, everybody. Can you still see my face? So, like I said, we just throwing it. I just thought about start documenting, and you know what? I'm gonna leave all this in here because I just thought about documenting my whole process for people, and that's part of the process. So, yeah, like I was saying, I'm glad you can't see it, but I have sticky notes on here while I'm working on. I did a competitive analysis chart and everything for them. So when I had my third meeting with them, I already had the competitors in their market, and I had already broke down the pros and cons, the benefits, the everything about it. And that also thrilled them. So they not even looking for another UX designer now. Now they just stuck on me. They just want to get to the how much we're gonna get paid kind of portion of the company. Like I said, they're very new. They're a startup company. There's already an app out there, and what I will be doing is redesigning the app because the user flow of the app is terrible. Whoever designed the app before me did a terrible job, and now they get professional help, and I'm the professional that they had hired for the job. But I did all the strengths and weakness of the competitors in their market. I went through to see if any of their competitors have apps itself or just websites, and if they did have apps, what were the strengths and weaknesses of the apps. And then, of course, we did the opportunity we had. So now for my next meeting, what I have is set for Monday. I also did, let me see if I can bring it up. Where we at? Figma. I did a breakdown of defining the problem. Their problem is not only the user flow, but whoever designed it didn't take in consideration of people with colorblind issues. So the color choices and the font color choices that they chose is terrible. It's like a light purple with white font, light purple background with white font, and it's hard for anyone. I wear glasses; it's hard for me to read it. So that's a big issue also. So the user flow and the color choices are two of the biggest problems, the main problem. And what I did was I analyzed the current situation. I got down to the root cause of the issue, And then we just went into the problems of the app that they have that I'll be redesigning. And I'm gonna present this to them Monday along with the negotiation process that we're going through. So I just want to jump on here real quick and, like I say, document this whole process. I took the Google UX course. I finished it. I started applying to companies, like hundreds of companies a week. Wasn't getting any good feedback. Come to find out, I wasn't explaining my thought process through my design work. So once I created a better portfolio and started explaining myself and started being more active on LinkedIn, people started reaching out to me. The startup company reached out to me, and it looks like I'm gonna be joining their team here soon, maybe next week or maybe right after Christmas. And then we're gonna get started on this app, and hopefully it blows up. Or who knows what it can lead to. Like I say, I will be getting equity into the company. That's a good way. That's a good thing about with a startup company. You know, it's a gamble. You can get equity in the company. Who knows if it blows up to the next? Just throw an app out there. Uber Eats. I'm glad I say Uber Eats. Uber Eats just excuse me, recently bought this company called Drizzly. It's like an alcohol delivery company for 1.1 billion, I think. Think about if I would have had 10% equity into that company, how much that would be. 1.1 billion. Let's just say 1 billion. And 10% of that 1 billion. You do the math, 'cause I'm not good at math. I'm sure that's over 10 million. Yeah, gotta be over 100 million, maybe. Yeah, 100 million. Like I said, I'm not good at math. But anyway, you get the idea. So that's a good thing about with a startup company. You can get equity early in the company. It's a good chance it might not blow up. And it's a risk. But I'm still getting experience more. Like I said, I'm a year into UX design. And I get to put this on my resume. I get to reach out to more companies after I'm through with designing it, after, or if we split ways or whatever the case may be. I just want to start documenting this whole process. Like I said, I'm gonna drop some earlier videos so you probably can hear some of the meetings we had, and then I'm gonna start while I'm designing. I'm gonna start recording some of that stuff too. So like I said, I just want to come here real quick and thank y'all for tuning in. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, like, share. All right, we're out.